Welcome back to another conversation with the Brothers of Two Complex. We appreciate y'all for clicking on this video, but before we get into the content, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the bangers that we drop every single week. We hope you enjoyed the video. God bless. Copa America. That scene right there was something crazy, dog. International soccer fans vandalized and destroyed Hard Rock Stadium prior to the Copa America soccer match. It was people that did not have tickets that were trying to get into the arena to watch the soccer match. D-Lo, what in the hell happened at this soccer match, bro? What the world going on?
I mean, we tend to think that we are very serious about sports here in America, football, basketball, so on and so forth. But the rest of the world is extremely serious about soccer and international play. And we found that out at the Hard Rock Cafe. I knew I was going to say that. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where fans who did not have tickets to the game basically bombarded security and all the barriers to get in so that they could witness the game or try to witness the game. And it turned to chaos and chaotic, damaging a lot of the stadium. And so what we do know is that next year it is being reported that the United States will be hosting the FIFA World Cup here. Mm-hmm. And so is this a taste of what's to come? Maybe. All you have to do is look at tons of headlines of soccer matches overseas. Like I said, they take it very serious. And you'll see numerous occasions where, I mean, as recent as last month or last week, I want to say, where stadiums were, was fires in the stadiums, riots, brawls outside of the stadium, so on and so forth. They just take it serious. Soccer fans don't kill me. I don't know why they take it as serious as they do, because it's not really exciting except for when they score a goal. I don't know. And the goals are few and far in between most games.
Most of the time. Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not, I know soccer is the world sport as much as we here in America want to say football and all of that. Everybody loves soccer. So, but yeah, it's crazy. And is this a taste of what we can think we can expect for next year?
Maybe. Man, it might be, D-Lo, because seeing those photos of how they destroyed the escalators and how they were it was literally a barbaric scene, the way just watching certain videos from this and just reading the articles about how everything turned up, and fans attacking security guards, fans possibly getting trampled, and they had the security guards, which I will give them a lot of praise. They actually, like, even though they knew they couldn't stop everything from happening, they tried to make sure that everybody was the traffic of the stampede was good, so people wouldn't lose their lives in a stampede. So it was just insane. And like D-Lo said, man, like, soccer is an international sport. People across the world love soccer, and there are some passionate fans of soccer. I don't understand the sport myself. I don't watch it, but whenever I do see like clips of soccer games and the stadiums, which are like 100,000 seat stadiums, being packed out to watch games like this was a game between Colombia and Argentina. I had no idea this was going on, but you got people stampeding to get in this game that they didn't have. Bro, it's insane. It's insane. Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I won't really. I was just saying it's insane to see, because we're not this passionate about our American sports, bro. We're not this passionate about baseball. We're not this passionate about basketball. We're not this passionate about football. Football, which is supposed to be American sport now, and they overtook baseball. We're not this passionate about that. These fans in other countries about soccer are hella passionate, and stuff like this can happen in America about soccer. Like, bro, it's insane, cuz it's crazy.
I was going to say, so Lionel Messi plays for Argentina, and so he's one of the best soccer players supposedly in the world. Ever. Not gonna act like I know much about soccer, but I do know who Lionel Messi is. Very rich
For
man.
Sure.
I know that he is good. And like you said, overseas, they're used to being in stadiums that are 100,000 plus. And we have stadiums like that here in America, mostly college football stadiums.
Mostly, yep.
But the stadiums that they host these games in, like they had a Copa America game here in Charlotte, and it was something that happened here as well. But these stadiums that they're hosting these games in, it's like 65, 70 max. So, individuals that didn't get tickets, maybe they're used to being in those 100,000 seat stadiums, and like they would have gotten a ticket, and being the fact that they're in a smaller stadium, they didn't have the opportunity.
It's crazy, bro, because I couldn't see myself going this crazy over a sport. And I played football, love football.
Right.
Couldn't see myself stampeding to get into a Cowboys Super Bowl game if I didn't have tickets. I'm not doing it. I will watch it on TV. And me personally, I think live sports are better watched on TV anyway. Me personally. I like the atmosphere of actually going to a game and seeing a game live, but to have the privilege of sitting on my couch on TV, getting like live replays and seeing like close-up angles on the field, like to me, that's a better experience to me than actually going to a game. I have literally been to, other than games that I played in, but I've literally been to maybe 3 or 4 live games in my entire life.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
yeah,
I agree with you to some extent. I think it's about where you are in the stadium. Like me, because we're people can't tell because we're sitting down, but we're rather large individuals.
For sure.
We're tall, right? So sitting in the stands for me is not comfortable whatsoever.
Not comfortable at all.
Because it'd be so close, right? And so you kind of feel like you are, and it's confined a little bit, especially if it's crowded. So you feel like you're,
everybody's on top of everybody.
So yeah, we're on top of everybody. We're taking up too much space. We're cramped sometimes. So, and if you're in a suite, you may be too far away from the action where you can't really get in the experience fully and take the experience. And I think the best way to view a game is like, if you can, on the field,
sideline,
facts, as close as you can, right? Yeah. So it just depends. I think it just depends. And obviously the way prices are going up for everything now, you can't afford to be most people can't afford to be in the box, and most people can't afford to be right there on the field or on the court side. So in the stands it is. And you're right. That's not always enjoyable.
It's not always enjoyable, man. And, and just to get back on topic a little bit, I mean, it got to a point where this situation, I don't even know what the word to call it, but this breach of the Hard Rock Stadium, if you can call it that, got to the point where ignorance started to ensue, when people was like throwing big bags of popcorn everywhere, and they just started to get ignorant with it, which that's just people, bro. Like when they feel like they're getting away with something, they take it to the extreme, and it just got to a point where it was ruthless a little bit, and the damage to the stadium and all of that, it just didn't need to happen. But is this like D-Lo asks, is this a taste of what's to come? Whenever FIFA World Cup comes to the US, possibly, because if they're this passionate over a game between Argentina and Colombia, what do you think is going to happen whenever the actual World Cups come? Like it's going to be insane. So, I mean, hopefully this is a example of what is to come, so they can have enough security or some detail out there to where they can make sure they manage everything. But there's always going to be that one person that tries to bend the rules or break the law, so to speak, and that's going to start something that possibly we can't handle. And we saw that right here this past weekend at the Hard Rock Stadium. So people just need to understand that if you can't get it, just watch it on TV, bro. You ain't necessarily got to be in this. But soccer is totally different. People are so passionate about it. I just don't understand it myself. But I mean, we'll see, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this is what's to come for next year?
I mean, if history repeats itself, definitely. You can never bet against history in most cases.
For sure.
And like I said, all you have to do is look at headlines about soccer games and the chaos that ensues in the stadium, outside the stadium, and you can read those headlines and articles for weeks on end, days on end, I'll say for sure, weeks on end maybe. But I question the validity of the amount of damage that they said has been done to the stadium. Because, the only thing you ever see when you look at it is that one escalator. And then obviously you see pictures of people knocking down the barricades, but like the way they're putting this, they're saying they severely damaged the Hard Rock Stadium. And I'm sure they did, but what other damage other than the escalator was done? I mean, now that glass escalator, I'm sure it's going to be super expensive. Glass is expensive to put in, but what else did they really tear up? You know what I mean? So
it doesn't give any like number of how much it's going to cost to repair everything in the Hard Rock Stadium. But like you said, bro, the validity of that would have to be somebody would have to show me some validity to what was done, because like you said, all I see is the escalator. And just people being
climbing over the barricades. Yep.
Yeah, and people just being dumb, throwing stuff, just trashing it. So however much it costs to clean it up, to get a cleaning crew to clean it up, that might be in the total. But other than the escalator, I didn't see much damage that was done to it. But hopefully this don't happen at the FIFA World Cups, bro, because we don't this is just showing that we just can't handle shit sometimes. It's annoying. Yeah. It's annoying to say the least.